Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 20 of Let's Play Factorio. So today we're going to do something special. We're going to make fun of Mad. No, honestly, we're going to go ahead and not get zapped and talk about our base defenses and perimeter, etc. So we've learned a few things that we might have to change down the road. Probably not really with this world, but we have our base perimeter really well done. You remember, this is the roboports, the tower of turrets around them, plus some extra supplies I've added every so often. And it goes all the way around and down and down and down and down and up and up. And literally our whole area here is beyond protected now. We don't have to worry. You can fall asleep, and even if there was the biggest invasion, they start chewing up and breaking things, the bots are just going to end up replacing most of the stuff in the area. I've started to lay down an insane amount of solar panels. Well, probably not insane to some people's standards, but, you know, pretty big for me. And the accumulators, which, funny enough, the wires are switched around, so they've never actually been hooked up to the grid. So I guess we should do that, huh? Yeah, sadly, I guess the orientation was flipped on these when I was placing them down. Didn't realize it. And I placed a lot of these down. They're everywhere. That's these things here. And I've placed them all around the border. And we have way too much. We probably have like 50 plus of the radars. Of course, it doesn't show the ones that you have randomly placed around the world, so who knows exactly how many radars we have. But we definitely have way too many radars going, but that's fine. I like it. It's kind of cool to watch all the little blimps going all over the place, you know, it rescanning the land and stuff. I kind of think it's cool. So today we're going to work on our circuit factory. I think last time we showed you the new train setup and how we got the trains, the iron going. I'm not sure if we showed you the double setup or not, but just in case, I will show you again. So this is of course, our processing plant. There's our iron, there's our copper. They're backing up all the time. That's why they kind of look messy, which is great because that's what we want them to be doing if they're not being used. And here is the incoming. Here's the incoming for here. And yeah, it's working really good. The unloading is perfect. The loading, though, is a little more interesting. We can go here to our iron, which is about to land here at the station now. And our loading now is a lot faster, actually. And the reason for that is we have this middle set of long-handed inserters. I thought it would be kind of cool, you know. This space wasn't being utilized anyways, right? Because, like, the org falls off into the other tile, you know, the general rule there. So I thought I'd try putting 4 of these here so they reach at the back, and they do. And they work, and they can actually load it quite faster now. Those arms are a bit slower, but still, you have to remember, you know, every little bit helps. So that you know, that was kind of a neat thing. It might save another second or two, you know, in the end. So yeah, that's our network for our coal and iron. Eventually we're going to need some copper, but we can get copper in a couple of places. There's some not copper, sorry, coal. There's coal here, and there's a huge chunk of coal here, so I probably would just extend some of these defenses kind of thing. I'd probably just, you know, bring them over here a bit or whatever, or just pop them around there. Either way, this would be such an easy, you know, score there. We even got more iron up here, and there's more iron up here. And I think there might be more coal somewhere. I thought there was a big one there. Not within the borders. But either way, we'll be fine with the coal. Hopefully sooner or later, I'm going to just turn off the steam generators. Just because they're taking... Every time it goes nighttime, they go on for, you know, their stupid reason. But you can see even the last 1 hour, for example, that they've only produced 13 megawatts of all the total energy, where you know, the solar panels are doing 52 of the megawatts at their, you know, like full, you know, capacity, I guess, over time, which is good. That's a really good thing. But yeah, every friggin' night, every time the solar panels go off, you want to drain the accumulators, the steam engines decide to go on. So there's other workarounds to use them as backups, but we'll see what we can do. I'll probably just let them die. So yeah, we're getting there, to be honest. We are, like, honestly pretty close. I can't see there being too many more episodes of this. I'm not going to quit the game after this. I'm definitely looking into playing with some other mods. Lauren expressed how he would hate if I did a lot more not automation, but bot usage, you know, to replace belts and stuff, which he said he really hates that idea, so I might need to look into doing that, because trolling people is one of my favorite things to do in games. But anyways, yeah, we're at 1.9k. This is the grand finale, really, guys. 1.9k. We have 2,600 left we have to have for here, and 1,000 there. Literally, that's it. 3,600 more blue juice we need, and we're done. And since we only need 3,600 more, we probably should check our red supply, which I think we already shut them down already. Yeah, we have way too much red juice, but we've already capped all the chests anyways. And there's red juice somewhere else around here too. Oh, there's the chest. Holy crap, we have way too much red juice. And let's make sure all of them are the same way. I think I can cap the blue, not the blue, the green juice. There it is. Green juice, where do you buffer to? Here it is. Oh, wow. For some reason I thought we were going to still be quite a while yet, but I guess not. There we go. We'll cap it out. Oh, it's funny because I capped it. I capped it here to here, but when it took it out, it took it from there. And then, oh, that's funny, and it filled up there. But either way, since it's 5.8, we don't need any more than that. And, of course, blue juice, we can't do much on that. And purple is just the alien artifacts, which caps itself anyways, because it's just enough to run down the belt. And I just have the machine running with overclockers just to keep them up and going. So, yeah. So I think we're doing really good. I'm actually really happy. Biters were kind of boring. I might the next game, we'll see how things go. It depends what mods I use. If I use Ditech, which I kind of want to use, I've expressed that some people don't like it, but I think most people would just live with it. And I mean, it's all about the core part of the game, anyways, that a lot of people enjoy. But I'm kind of interested in fighting some of the evolved biters over time, like the really big ones, the special ones, things like that. That's kind of why I'm interested, because it gets pretty painful, and I'd like to play around with that again. I think that's kind of a very interesting part of the game. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with ore. I think I might get rid of RSO for good. I did enjoy setting up the trains and getting the stuff out here, but even that, their ore generation is so weird and buggy sometimes. It's just, I would rather flip around the generation where you go out to larger patches. Yeah, some of them are closer, but I think we'll play around with some calculation and math after I've learned how much ore we truly use over time with bare minimum. I call my base a bare minimum. I think most people would agree that this is, like, when I say most people, the ones that know how to play the game really well, they would call this a pretty minimal setup. Their green circuit factory is about probably 50 times bigger than mine, but it's work. That's the thing. I have a lot of time. I like to screw around. I like to play around. I mean, when I went around and placed, you ready for this? This is the weird thing, and I'm sure people have placed more bot networks than this, but 106 roboports that literally 90% of them are just sitting as a wall defense for turrets, and I went around and placing those all. I think that's where, like, you find other time sinks into the game, and clearly I found ways to waste my time in it. And I mean, why not, right? And I mean, we have 2 days, 21 hours playtime in here. Of course, I've left it on overnight twice, and those were maybe 8-hour periods at most anyway, so we're literally talking about 2 days, if not 3 full days of gameplay by the time we're finished. So we got a lot out of this, which is good. And yeah, that's why modding is amazing, because modding is something that adds more to the game. You got people like Lauren who watch, and he adds mods and creates mods. I shouldn't say adds mods, but creates mods for the game and extends it like our little magnet. But yeah, look at all those red chips. Always I'm out of red chips, and somehow I'm full of red chips. Let's check our blue. Yeah, the blue chips are really working well. basically, I've added this in here. I feel like I'm getting a bit of FPS. Oh, look at that. I'm starting to get a bit of FPS lag here. This might be because I'm recording right now and rendering. Though, actually, that's weird. It might be something else. But anyways, yeah, everything's going on really good over here. Let's go over here. So I've done some adjustments. I went ahead and added 2 more chemical plants to process the light oil, which amazingly enough isn't keeping up. Our plastic factory, thankfully, is, yes, full finally. Well, not full, but full in the sense that it's keeping up till there's too much plastic, which means everything's on perfect construction speeds for what I was hoping. So if we go ahead and say last 1 minute, we're producing, yeah, we're producing about 60 red chips a minute, which is really, really good. That's what we want. That's almost 200. Oh, that's for 10 minutes, but yeah, that's almost 20 blue per minute, which is good. It's slow, but I mean that means 10 minutes has been 200, which then that's not too bad. If you calculate 1 hour, that's 1.1k. 10 hours, not so much, because it would have slowed down quite a bit by then. But yeah, if you look at over 1k, maybe 1.2k per hour, then that's like what, 4 hours left we have before we have enough. So that's not too bad. I went ahead and, like I said, with the red circuits, I went ahead and I added a loop in here. Before, the red circuits would go in here and sit in a storage buffer, because these ones here were meant for those, and then we had a couple here that were meant for blue circuits, and then we had sent the rest just into a buffer chest. But now we created an underground belt that's now shipping them all there, and that's one of the big reasons why finally we're able to produce a lot of this. And actually, you know what? Let's crank this up. Let's do this. There we go. And assembly machines. I want to get a couple of these assembly machines going. These are a pain in the ass, but we'll get to them. Actually, you know what? Let's do blue ones first, because we're going to build something here in a minute. Okay. I don't think I need to build anything else, so I'm going to get some of these other assembly machines going. They're kind of a waste in a way because they take a while, but it'll be worth it. And Matt, if you're wondering why these chemical plants aren't keeping up to the petroleum, and they should be, I threw tons of overclockers into the refineries. So they're ruining the math. I probably, since I'm getting at least 1 more refinery, I probably need 2 more now. But everything else is keeping up, so it's good. So what we're going to do, look at those green chips. Isn't that just, it's hot, to be honest. It's just a hot thing to watch. What we're going to do here, and by the way, our FPS, I bet you a lot of the FPS is dropping because of the non-stop rendering of all the chunks, I'm thinking. Now I think about it, that's probably causing a lot of lag over time. Because if you zoom out, you can see it's rendering. Boom, 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 boom. Look at all those active chunks just keeping on opening and re-rendering on the map. I'm assuming that might have some play to it. But anyways, let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So we need to basically create a crap ton of speed module 3s and the productivity modules, I'm pretty sure. So if we check out the rocket defense, basically to build a rocket defense, you need 100 rockets, 150 advanced circuits, 100 processing units, and 50 speed module 3s, 50 productive 3 modules. So those are a little expensive, but you know what? It's a good little sink to make a nice factory for, I think. So this is when I gotta decide, how do I want to do this? And the funny thing is, what the oh, these take 2 of those assembly machines? Bastards. They tricked me. I thought I had enough assembly machines, but I guess, there you go. Back to making your little overclockers for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and figure out what we're going to do here. So, advanced circuits, electronic circuits, all the same fun stuff. Good place to start, probably around here, honestly. You got your advanced circuits, and yeah, I would say do that. At least you get a big chunk of them here. Sadly, we already have a factory here. I forgot we set one up from before. So there's your advanced circuits, your normal circuits, and then this is your speed modules. Look at that. We don't even really have to build that. Yeah, this is really painfully slow. So this is machines that you'll definitely want to overclock, etc. And then you want to set a whole second amount of these later, if you want. You don't have to, of course, to continue their production for the other ones. I forgot how crazy slow these were. So yeah, and then over here we can put the alien orbs in here, but you're going to also need the same materials here. You need the blue chips, you need red chips, you need blue chips, you need blue chips, you also need... Okay, so I don't know why I set this up bad before. I was probably tired or something, but there you go. Because you don't require green chips at all, right? No. So what we can do here, since this requires blue chips and red chips, we can go and still grab red chips off the belts. We can even go and grab the excess amount. The nice part of our little setup is we can actually not even grab... You know what? Well, it's going to grab the green ones for that one. So we'll let it grab its red chips there over time. But we could... Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do a requester here. And move this one over. There we go. And we're going to just set this to red chips, or blue chips, which the blue chips are just going to get them right there. Look how fast that fills now. Jesus, those bots are insane. And yeah. Oh, wrong way. And wrong way. So there you go. Honestly, since it doesn't need anything off this belt, I'm going to go ahead and actually move this up here. Because then we can get the other assembly machine to produce from this way. Yeah, let's do that. Just something, I just want to clean it up a bit more. And let's move this piping that's nastily in my way. That's a word, nastily. Nastily. There you go. Maybe somewhere. I don't even know. I'd say like around here maybe. There you go. There you go. I just wanted to move that a bit so I had a bit more room here. Okay, so I'm going to put this one up here. And then we want to share a chest too. So there we go. Passive, there we go, requester. Now we put the red chips in here and the blue chips. There we go. And yep, you'll grab from there. And you will grab from there. That makes it easier. Because we're going to set up the other factory, right? So we'll need the space for it. And there's your chip 3s. Perfect. And then we might as well just grab this and put these into a little passive chest here. There you go. And your alien orbs. That stupid alien orb stuff. What do you need? It's like... Okay, it's like 50. Okay, so I'm going to actually hand place these in so we don't accidentally overmake them. Not that that's a big deal actually, but there you go. Sort of annoying when you get 50. And there you go. And this needs to pass these over. There you go. You don't even need a chest to just hand them over. And there we go. I made that a little more complicated than it needed to be, but I decided, you know, just a little more efficiency and space usage. So once again, we just go ahead and we create our setup there, and then we'll go ahead and grab from the belt. We get both our red and green, and we just have enough room to clip the green without having to use a extended arm. And this one we're going to use for productivity modules. And then of course, once again, we're going to bring it over to this puppy. And productivity 2 modules. And then once again, we're going to have a call for, you know, materials. We could like share these materials and have them go down a belt or something like that if you want to be a bit more efficient, which is probably what I would do normally, I guess, but I guess there's times when you get lazy and it's like, nah. It's probably way past my bedtime right now too, so. And we want to share these, don't forget, so let's get this a little further. 1, 2, 3. And I really didn't do 3 there. You get thrown off by the size sometimes. There you go. Oh. Oh, look at this. You bastards. There you go. This is not gonna work. Ha! Where the hell is all this oil going, and why is it so chaotic to begin with? Okay, so you can't do that, but we could do this. There you go. Oh. Yeah, I thought I was fixing something. It was the water that was in the way, not the oil. This is such a messy setup. Let's see here. This is water. Is this like our only water in this entire base or something? Whatever. We don't need to worry about this. We'll just put it up here. I wanted it to have its own... whatever. We'll do that. We'll just not share the same chest. Or we can do the belt idea for this one. Even though it should have been done with that one too. So, blue and red. Oops. Going on the wrong list here. Blue, red. And then you can grab from there. And you can... Look at this. I'm being smart now. Grab from... Oh yeah, let's do it there then. Don't forget that won't work because it can only grab the one material. You're not sorting it right, so you're gonna have issues anyways. Whatever. That's it. That solves everything. Screw it. And then, this is what I like. I'm chaotic. What can I say? And our 50 chips. And then we'll just keep shifting these over time. There you go. Oops, my butt's in the way. And then, of course, you want a little exit point somewhere. And put it in a passive storage chest. There we go. It works. Messier and not as efficient as it was going for, but you know, honestly, I do it myself because I keep on purposely compacting everything in the middle of my base, where a lot of other players, they will not only design for the future, but they also design a lot more open and bigger, but I keep throwing things into tiny compact areas, and even that people have done more efficient compact areas. It's just chaos, but I like it. It's my own way. I know where everything is, I enjoy it that way, so it's no big deal. This poor thing, he's like, can I take something out of the chest? Yeah, so that's it. And this is a pretty long process, but we'll slowly get there. I'll probably end up upgrading all the machines to, like, say, the assembly machine 3s. And I might even make a bunch of overclockers just to create a bunch more of them. And, yeah, that'll be good. And then I'll probably, just for now, increase this over here with these. Oops. There you go. Just don't show anyone this, because they will get mad at you. They'll be like, you had fun. No! Just to be an ass, I'm going to go and get one more overclocker to fit in here. And then once your overclocker 3s start building, you can swap those out temporarily and then, you know, like use them for your rocket defense at the end, which is kind of cool. So you can reutilize some of what you're using. There you go. Another overclocker 2 stolen from the... Yeah, once you get into Oil City, it's pretty bad. And I did it pretty good, like keeping everything underground. The kind of best way to keep everything underground when it comes to oil. But there you go. And then hopefully now, if we go to P, well, we're still starting to steal some of the circuit, so it might be a little less, but look at that. We're producing 52 a minute now, it says. So we're up. We're up. Actually, it's saying we're doing about 60. This can't be as accurate, but it probably is about almost 60 now. Yeah, the number's climbing in the minute. Oh, it went down. It's like going down and down and down. We're probably starting to run out of the red circuits over there. Yeah. So it's going down now because we just don't have the red circuits here. We have a lot of red circuits here. A lot more now. But no big deal. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Our next episode is probably going to be legitimately the rocket defense. We'll see how things go. And yeah, it'll be kind of exciting. So please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see you next time.